Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of How to Serral beat Protoss, because I can't. And on this episode, we're looking at the map Waterfall. I'm going to be taking Serral's perspective through this match, writing down timings and decisions, and just trying to figure out how the heck you can wrest the victory from Protoss. This is one of the new maps. All the maps this season are new and fresh, which is lovely. First thing he does is send the worker down at 145, and he goes for the triangle base when he is blocked from taking his natural. This is the same as the other matches. So I'm just going to watch this opening build, and if he does the same as the other ones, I can just copy paste from my notes. And that's the beauty of consistency, is it saves you typing and notes, because you do the same thing. 16 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool. And he puts the pool behind the mineral line again. Shout out to the YouTube commenter who pointed out that when I said, I don't know why he puts it there. There is a video like 5 years ago where I said that's a good place to have it safe against Cannon Rush and Zealot Proxy. And that's true. So thank you. Thank you, commenter. Okay. So we are just going to copy paste the opening from the other game. 20 Overlord, Ling Speed, pull fully off gas. Let's see if he does the same thing here. So I'm just copy pasting this. We'll get this nice and bold. Boom, huge. Waterfall should have a nice blue color. Let's see about this. It's a little bit different. Moon Dance is purple. Inside and Out can be a different color. Let's do that. Just mix it up so they're different. Okay. Does he get Ling Speed and pull fully off gas? Serral, show us the way against the Protons. Okay, he is filling the gas. 20 drone goes toward the third. And there's a 20 Overlord. Everything is normal and as expected. He plays a strong and standard style. Queen of the main, queen at the third base location. Okay, pulls off gas. Fully off gas, Ling Speed. 4 Lings. 30 supply hatch, maybe. It's got the Overlord on the perch. I want to check the rally points of his hatches here real quick. So the main is just rallied to the main. He's, I think, sending some of these drones over to the third base here. He's got 7 out of 16. This is just rallied to the third. Cool. Third base. The lookalike command. It grows larger every day. Gets a Ling in the base, scouts an adept, goes for the queen at the third. Gets a 33 Overlord into a 36 Overlord. 33 Overlord. Yep, 36 Overlord, so it's the same. That's awesome. I love the consistency. Okay, so he gets Ling Speed, pulls fully off gas. I already got that. 25 drones, then add 6 Lings. Queens both inject when born. Third queen at natural. This is the same. This is the same. Let's just double check this gas rally thing. Did he rally this? He rallied one of them. So it looks like he may do the same thing here. The inject is about to fall. First inject, lands it. What does he do with this larva? He's making all drones at the third. He rallies these in there. Yep. He gets the third queen, fourth queen. Okay. He's making constant queens. and he has not sacrificed inject uptime. So he's not in a terrible rush to creep connect these bases. Notice that he's prioritized the queen injecting the main this whole time. That's going to be the best larva income you can get. Is if you just, as soon as you have a hatchery, you always have something, some queen next to it injecting it, getting full value from that. He didn't really get too much information this time. There's a stalker here, so he can't really get a unit in. Did he see that it was Twilight? What's his vision? He has very little vision aside from 2 adepts, 2 gateways, and warp gate research being done. So this game, he goes for a Roach Warren. This is different. 345 Roach Warren. You could call it 350. Let's see. We got the rally of the larva into the gas in the main. If adepts threaten pull drones, blah, blah, blah. So he didn't get the 330 spores because he didn't see any oracle. So this is a branch basically in his procedure so far. He's got a 345 Roach Warren when no sign of Stargate tech. Okay. And he's basically just spamming drones. He made only 4 lings. So this is different from last time. Only 4 lings when facing adepts. Or sorry, a stalker. Stay at 4 lings if stalker in wall. Cool. This is different. Different strat, different map. The previous games, Showtime was going for chrono boosted oracle into mostly standard ground stuff. This time, Showtime is going for a warp gate, Twilight, and robotics bay. So it's different. No Stargate to speak of. So he's keeping inject uptime. He's droned up to 41. And now he's making 14 lings. Okay, that's a super good thing to notice. He drones up to 41. What is his supply situation like? He's got another Overlord about to finish. So let's say 41. Drone up to 41. And make an Overlord. He might have been shooting for 40. I'm not quite sure here. This is just what happened. We'll say 42 because he also made a spore. Okay, and this in game time is 4:17-ish when he's starting the, well, it's like 4:10. He's starting the lings. He's not taking a lair. Okay, so let's just look at his defensive setup. He's got 4 queens on a control group at the front, and then he's massing lings behind this, and his Roach Horn is not done yet. So he leaves the queen in the main. That's a really good thing to note. Sometimes I pull all the queens and then you have no larva income in the main. So we'll say leave the queen in the main to inject, but get 4 other queens to defend at the front while lings chase the shade. Fantastic. Leave the queen in the main to inject. I'm going to make this bold for myself because I think I make a mistake with this a lot. Drone up to 42. Okay, and we'll make this green because drone stuff is like money. Cool. Important part of the build is you make spores as soon as you see the warp prism leave the base. How many spores? He just made, okay, he made 2 now. Yeah, it's like 415 spores. 42, then make 415 spore. Cool. Good note, good note. And he's making wings. The roach warren is done. Does he make... Okay, he gets lair in a second gas at 4:30. Okay. Bold that. That's pretty important. Let's make it purple, because purple is a Zerg color. Alright, when does he start droning again? Man, that song is stuck in my head. Lings chase the prism. He's got vision of a third base location. He takes a third gas when? 5 minute take a third gas-ish. So he'll be on 3 gas. He's got 43 workers. He only really made like 24 lings. Just getting some more gases. Okay, so we'll say he then drones up to 1, 2, 3, 4 gas. 4 gas with 7 more drones on the way. And he's got 48. So we'll say he's going to drone up to 55 drone with 4 gas of roach ling ravager. Let's see where he ends up making more drones. Going for the 5th gas. The disruptor harass. Getting spools. Yeah, so I guess he's going to 60 drones really. Morning, Bug. What's up, your hot too? Super fast injects, the Serral special. So he goes up to 5 gas, 57 drone. I hit the wrong button. No, I can't tab. It's fine. We will simply watch the rest of this. And I will fix the button. Disruptor harass. He didn't take an upgrade this game. I think it's because of the brutal harassment. And there's no third. Puts the spore at the front. He retreats every time the Nova goes out. And he brought multiple spores to the front. He basically just throws biles, attacks a bit, and then backs up. So he's not trying to dive on top of stuff. He's just trying to get bile value. Because that's one of the things about Disruptors and Ravagers both, is they get value from an ability that has a cooldown, but they don't have, like, energy. Like Queens or High Templar do. Gets a flank with the Lings. Pretty clutch. Nice. He biles it down. Then injects everything. So he's just spending his gas into roaches, topping off with some extra Ravagers and massive Lings. This production tab is all units. Ravagers, roaches, and Lings. He did not take a 4th base either. All focuses down the Disruptor. He is fearless. Nice. Well played, Serral. So, what did we learn? 57 drone with 5 gas. If Protoss does not take a 3rd base, don't take a 4th base. Unless you float money or something. But in this case, Serral's macro did not slip up. His injects were very tight. He kept the queen off hotkey in the main base. Leave the queen in the main to inject. This is really key to just having enough larva income. And then, did he take an Evo upgrade? Not really until the game was basically over. Yeah, he took roach speed. Good to know. 430 layer in 2nd gas. Drone up to 57. With 5 gas of Roachling Ravager and Roach Speed. Okay. Only get an Evo upgrade when you feel you are defending the attack. Cool, cool, cool. So this was a pretty different game from the other 2 that we've looked at so far, mainly because Protoss turns up the aggression big time. So we've got 2 bases full saturation, I think. Let's back it up a second so I can actually see the base. Should be 44. 44 probes, perfect saturation here, and then perfect saturation here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 gateways, robotics bay. With the prism speed, yep, prism speed upgrade, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 gateways of blink stalkers with disruptors as well, and no 3rd behind it. And he is able to spend his money here. I'm talking about the Protoss. So this is a 4 gas, 2 base all in. Pretty solid stuff. Serral's defense this game was different from the other matches in that he didn't just rely on Ling Bane into Hydra, he did get a Roach Warren. And the trigger for that is no Stargate tech. So there was no Stargate tech. He took this at 345 to 350. If you wanted to just like be really solid and not be surprised by Protoss stuff, you could just take a 350 Roach Warren every game. It's not really gonna cause you to fall behind that much. You're not obligated to make roaches with this. And the nice thing about a Roach Warren is it only costs minerals. It does not cost gas. So you can just put it down for safety. And if they do end up going for a ground-based all-in, the Roach Warren is really what you want, a lot more so than the Bane Nest. So the key scouting read, let's just look at that moment in the game where he basically decides to go for a Roach Warren over a melee upgrade. See if I can catch that decision. Single Adept. What does he do with his Overlord? He's peeking at the wall. It might have been based on the Warp Gate research timing. See if we can browse when that starts. Because can he just infer that it's not Stargate? So the Overlord goes here. We're looking through the eyes of Serral here. I want to try to catch this read. He's peeking at it. He's pulling off gas. And then he looks back and he sees it blinking right away. So I think he just knows. He looks again. Yep. So if this was a Stargate play, Showtime would have wanted to already start the Stargate by now, basically. And there would be no research here because they would want to have the extra 50 gas saving up. So it would be 143 gas if he didn't have Warp Gate research going. And then right at 150 gas, you want to go boom, Stargate for Oracle. So this is the read in the game. Let's just look at the time to write that down. And then we can also think about the procedure that he followed. So he pulls off gas. 1, 2, 3. And then he checks. That's the link here. So it's at like 210. Try to take natural 150 minerals, link speed, pull fully off gas. Okay, this was it. Pull fully off gas, check forward overlord for warp gate. Ground builds will have warp gate started. Stargate builds will delay it slightly. Cool. This is a key scouting read time. And we'll say this is approximately 2:10 in game. Ish, is that right? Yeah, ish. Cool. So that's the next step in the procedure. You pull your drones off gas. That takes some attention. You have to focus on those workers, and then you check the forward overlord for warp gate or not, and that is what tells you whether you make the Roach Warren at 345 to 350 or not. Fantastic. So a defensive game this time. Instead of just getting to drone up and be greedy like some of the other ones, he went for 3 bases, not 4, and he kept the drone count pretty low at 57, going for Ling Roach Ravager with the Roach speed only and no Evo Chamber upgrade that really came into play. No Hydra Den, no Bane Nest, no Bane speed, no Spire, just really sturdy Ling Roach Ravager stuff. Excellent defense, and thank you, Serral, for showing us how the heck you can beat the Protoss in 2022. And that's it.